How we doing, everybody? I need a hat. I do this all the time. Geez. And see, I'm sitting there for 3 minutes while the whole thing starts, and I'm like, I'm still missing my hat. There we go. Now we got a hat. Now we're good. Now we're who we are. I'm Will. Today we're getting it painted with a little bit of a. I say a little bit because then little as guys on there. Starcadia Quest. There we go. We got some big minis too. I doubt we're gonna get him. I guess her painted. I guess it's the queen. Instead, I'm going to focus at least tonight on the 4 little guys because they should be really quick to knock out. And then the 4, I guess, next step ups, which are these guys here, because I need them. And then I actually needed one more, I don't know what I guess the soldier class instead of officers or whatever they might be. So in Starcadia, you have like different levels of your mobs. So you have your red levels, your 1, 2s, and 3s. And then you got your purple level, 4s and 5s are really, they just have dots. I guess it's like your officers, warrant officers. And then you have, of course, your big boss. So, of course, we don't need all of them for the first scenario. Now, we'll need them for the subsequent scenarios. But so I needed to pick a 3rd guy. So I went with these gooblies. Gooblies. Because they're generic and I could probably use them in almost anything. They're from anybody who watched The Fifth Element. They're the weird little guys from The Fifth Element. Because again, most of Starcadia Quest is parody stuff. Who needs coffee when you already have a buzz? Yeah, yeah. No, my hair is actually cut right now. I cut it the other week for the first time. As you notice, my beard is all nice and trimmed up now too. But yeah, the light hits right on my widow's peak, and I don't like it, so that's the main reason why I always wear the hat. This isn't bad. This is the new Mountain Dew Dirty Dew. Yeah, this is the zero sugar. They make it really hard. Yeah, it's their Dirty Dew. It's basically cream soda. Mountain Dew's version of cream soda. It's not bad. It's got a little bit more zing than normal cream soda, but they make it very hard for you to find the zero sugar one now, or they're hiding it, right? So you have to look for the black label I found, but even then I can't find a lot of the zero sugars anymore. Don't know why. But yes, this is Mountain Dew Dirty Dew cream soda. Although right now, if you go out and find Mountain Dew, it doesn't say Mountain Dew, it says American Dew. Cream soda, but still green. The bottle's green. I think it is more the cream soda creamy color than an actual Mountain Dew color. But there we are. We are set up. So I wanted to get the camera flipped over. So I was doing lots of experimentation last night because I needed to figure out how can I get like a pearlescent, iridescent look. And so I've got a paint that I've used in the past. Hopefully these are focused where I need them to be. Yeah. In the past, and it started to dry up because I think it's an enamel based. So I was like, how can I make this work without buying more paints and get them here in time? So what I did was I have this stuff called pixie dust, fairy dust, which I'll be using, but it's from the Army Painter, fairy dust. There we go. And this allows you to basically give a shimmer metallic to almost anything else. So I was trying to find ways to do it, and what I found was that I can mix this with speed paints and speed paint medium to make a more of a wash style. I don't want to say metallic, because I mean it kind of is metallic, but it gives an iridescent look. So this was one attempt, which was basically just taking black and then or dark color and then just putting the blue iridescent straight over it, which isn't bad. And then this was my second attempt, which was taking the gray primed minis, which is what I've got, right? So I got the gray primed minis. I did a purple wash across them completely. So she's got a little bit of purple, and then I only put the blue, like kind of just through. I didn't do a full brushing. I kind of did more like a dry brush, just kind of let it hit a couple spots. And I think I like how that came out better. And the reason for all of that is because of these, right? So that's kind of how they have them, right? They kind of have the purple and then the kind of like a bluish green is more what they did on these. This one looks completely purple, and then the queen kind of has purple in her shadows, but then like all of her highlights are blue because I guess she breathes fire, so blue and blue eyes. So we're going to try to do that. That's what we're going to try to do. So the first thing I need to do, of course, is do a wash on all of these little guys. And I don't even know if I need them on here because it's going to be, or not a wash, speed paint. Because it's going to be very quick to get this done. So we're going to make all these guys purple. And we're basically going to make all these guys purple too. That is our first step. So I'm hoping I can get these done pretty quick. So I can try to get the 2 goobies done. Because if I can't get the 2 goobies done, I was just noticing they have like actual detail on their head. Didn't know if I had primed these incorrectly or if they had details. If I can't get the goobies done, I want to play this next week, but if I can't, I guess I'll be painting. Well, I think we're going out of town next week, so it'll be like a couple weeks from now. Because I didn't get these 2 painted either. And I think I'd rather play 6 heroes than 4 heroes. So, neither here nor there. I mean, I guess, of course, I could also move the invader stream. Painting stream. Alright, so if I remember correctly, I did not water this down when I did it last night. I did not write down my steps. I actually did lots of different attempts to get this pearlescent, iridescent look, and I forgot what I had done like halfway through on some of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll see how far 6 drops can get us. Probably not far. Or probably not far enough, I should say. All right, let's put my good glasses over there. Don't want to mess those up. And I'll put on my painting glasses. All right. So we will get started. So I do want to be careful because speed paints, I've got speed paint 1.0, and they do reactivate. So let me see if there's any other colors I feel like I'm going to need to do beyond the mouth. Not really. The mouth is just pink. It does have little teeth, and I think I'd rather make those teeth stand out. But other than that, no. So I just need to stay away from the teeth and the teeth in the mouth. That's what we're going to do. Now, I was thinking about that's the Xenos tomorrow. I'm going to do a Mars base on those. So that's going to require me to use some crackle paste, and I haven't ever done that before. Let me see how well that works. Dave is catching up. All right, let me know when you catch up, buddy. So yeah, we're going to do this first. So I normally would not speed paint this type of mini. I normally would paint these minis because I want to do the details and everything on them. Same way as I do Marvel United. But because to get this technique, I kind of have to. That's why I'm doing it. So the other option would have been, and if I had it, and I did not have it, would have been to have a purple speed paint. Or not, sorry, this is purple speed paint. Would be to have a purple, like a dark purple primer. Sita is not happy about something. Oh, somebody's not happy. Don't know why she's not happy. So we're going to the zoo tomorrow, so that's why I said that's why I got to try to get done a little earlier than usual. All right, so that's the first one. Now, something else I can do, because I was doing it yesterday, is I can also make this pearlescent with actual purple. We can see how that works. And I forgot my fan tonight. Might have to get that during one of the breaks. When you find Dirty Do on deep discount, like it's AC/DC song, Dirty Do's done dirt cheap. Yeah, when it's all going on clearance. Yeah. I thought they had stopped. Like, I hadn't seen this one in a while. And I had to run and go get some milk because we were out of milk for Lucita. She wants something flipped over. Not sure what. Like I said, this is just a purple, and because I'm using a dark gray, it kind of makes it look black, but it is purple. So hopefully it works the same way it did on that girl. Two down. Two more of these to go, and then we got the bigger guys. I don't know what's going on because now that he's talking to her in Spanish, and I know what she's asking her. Beyond the teeth, beyond dientes. So I know that's teeth. Yeah, so it's past her bedtime, so she's probably cranky because I had to, like I said, I had to go get the milk. Very bad about remembering things that aren't right in front of me sometimes. She is not a happy camper. So I... Still no idea what's going on. But yeah, I had to drop her off at ballet today, and I should have picked up the milk then, but of course forgot that we didn't need milk. And then I went to eat lunch and I remembered, oh, we needed milk. So it was like after the fact. Two washes purple plus pearl plus blue plus pearl. Could. Could. Now, what I didn't try last night, because by the time I had done all the attempts I had done, the one thing I didn't try was to dilute the wash, or the pearl wash, a little bit more with the speed paint medium. I don't know if I want to try that tonight. Really, I don't need to perfect it on these little guys. I need to perfect it before... I have no idea. There's counting happening, and I have no idea what the counting was. Oh, the terrible twos. So anybody who says anything about terrible twos, the terrible twos are a real thing. They just because they're like more independent and they want to, you know, do things the way they want to do things. Whether they can or can't is a different story. All right, so these guys, on the other hand, so in their mouth, it's kind of the same as the queen. They're kind of lit up blue, and then where their eyes, yeah, their eyes are like lit up blue. So we may have some bleeding paint by the time this is said and done, because I really, actually their teeth are the dark blue. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it. Just easier to just wash the whole thing and sort it out later. I get some color bleed, I get some color bleed. I actually don't mind the color bleed too much on some of the speed paints. I know some people didn't like it, right? And that's why they came out with the 2.0 and it doesn't bleed. But it's only annoying when you want to paint like white over it is where I found is the biggest annoyance. So like when I was doing the bases for the Black Plague Zombies, I was running into that issue where, because I was doing a lighter gray, if it hit certain, and it was really just certain colors like red and yellow, then it would bleed through that light color. And so that's just kind of the annoyance, because then it takes multiple coats. And even, I think I was at 4 coats and it still couldn't get it to stop bleeding through. So really the only way to then get it to stop is to do your varnish and then go back again with another coat, because then the varnish will lock it in. Still think it's weird when I'm painting these guys because they start blue. The bad guys in this start blue. Unlike Marvel United, where the good guys start blue. It's just weird. Try to make sure we keep the head as smooth as possible. Now, again, this is where I'm going to be putting the other color, so make sure we got all up in all of his business. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sí. Sí, números. Don't tell me that one guy took 6 drops. Like, I've seen people paint like big minis with speed paints. I'm like, that's got to be a lot of speed paint. Actually, I guess any big mini is going to take a lot of paint. So I got like the Marvel United, the big Marvel United ones. Well, I'm looking forward to painting them because I think they'll be fun to paint. I'm not looking forward to how much paint it's actually going to take. So those, I definitely want to make sure I prime them as close to the color as I want them as possible. But the problem with that is getting a color match, right? So like say I prime it green for Fing Fang Foom. Then the problem is if I mess up, I don't have that same color green to touch it up. I'd either have to try to make it, or I guess what I could do is you can just take the aerosol can, spray it into a cup or something, and then pull the color you need out of that. But I would not be doing that one stream is the problem. It's where I guess that's where an airbrush comes in, because then you just take your airbrush paint to prime it. which probably uses a lot less paint now I think about it compared to like if you're using a brush to brush on the colors. I like to look very elegant. Hey, everybody. Hey, Ricardo. How you doing, buddy? There you go. You guys probably heard that one. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I think mommy's just telling her that she needs to go to bed and she needs to do things, and she's just like, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to yell and scream until you give me my way. It's like, nope, not getting your way right now, sweetie. This, I gotta make sure I get every little dip. Yeah, so Ricardo, I don't know if you watched the beginning to do the catch up. So what the objective is this. This is the objective. So I did some test paints last night, and I ended up with that. I can also do this, but I'm thinking maybe the only thing I would do that for, maybe if I don't like how that looks on their head, I might do this on their head. Okay, catching up. Yeah. So we will see. They do make, and this is, me and my, not to say experimentation and like to try things out and all that stuff, but this is me not having what I need and trying to make work what I've got, is they do make what they call color shift paint. I don't know why I had to stop talking while I was counting to 6. Trying to, I guess, count and talk at the same time is hard. So color shift paint does pretty much what I want this to do, right? It gives it a pearlescent look. But I only needed one color. And if I got the set from Vallejo, they have like a cosmic color shift or something. That set's like $25. I'm like, I just needed one color. Now, could I use the other color shifts for something maybe sometime down the line? Sure. So I do have them like in my wish list or on my, just watch list on Amazon, just to kind of say, if this doesn't work the way I want it to, I could always, again, beauty of miniature painting. Paint is paint. You can strip it, you can repaint it, you can paint over it in a lot of cases. I could just do that if I don't like it. Just paint over it and try again. What will you do for the bases since the figures are? So for these bases, I'm going to do them the color of what they are. So I'm either going to do the darker burgundy. I don't think I want to go that light. I mean, I could. I mean, this is a comic booky type game, but I think I'm going to do the darker burgundy, and then the dark purple, and then for the bosses, I'll do the gray, right? This dark gray color. I think that'll work fine. That way you can tell what rank they are, which also helps while playing, right? Because if you can tell what rank they are during playing, okay, these guys are going to do more damage. Which is very important to know who's going to hurt you the most. These, like I said, I have to get them all now because it'll be impossible to touch us up later. So I've even noticed that like on my regular acrylic painting, I'll be completely done. Next day I'll go and I'll turn it a certain way and I'll see a spot that I just completely missed. All right. Like to look very, what do you do for the bases? Yeah, I guess David asked that twice since chat was going. Or I'm seeing chat twice, I don't know which. Actually, I'm seeing it 3 times, so I guess, David, you kept asking it until I answered. Alright, so this is the last one of these guys. And the art does have a more blue, which is why I decided to do a purple base instead of a blue base. So the purple kind of acts as the black. And that's the other thing with a lot of the color shift paints, so the Vallejo or whatnot. I even found a primer. I found a color shift primer from Rust-Oleum. But all of those, they also state that they should be put over top of a black primer. And of course, I don't have black primer. I did try my brushed bronze. I have a brushed bronze. And it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. Because it had a little bit of like sheen metallic, but that didn't shine through. So I gave up on that idea. The enamels actually looked good. I still like the look of those. They're just, like I said, they're clumping up on me. And I don't have any solvent to kind of dilute them down. So I figured that wouldn't be a good idea when you have to paint 8, 10 minis. Because it would just gloop up every single time, and I'd have to do, like, to clean the brush takes extra effort too, because I don't have a solvent. So I have to use warm water and the brush soap. Brush soap actually works pretty good to clean it. We're doing this. I'm actually quite proud of myself from what I was able to do, like figure out and do. Question is, do I just go ahead and do this to all of them, even though I'm not going to be painting those other 2 guys? Yeah, let's stick with the 6 I need to get done tonight. And go from there. There we go. Would you want to make a slight difference to similar miniatures to give them a bit of personality through slight variation, or you'd rather have them as close to the art? I did that. Now here's the thing. I did that with Zombicide Black Plague, right? So with Zombicide Black Plague, I gave different outfits, and then in the end, I wish I wouldn't have. Like, I wish I would have just made them all just like a tan outfit that they were wearing, and done it that way, because it would have looked more uniform. Because right now they look okay, but I mean, they just don't look they don't look uniform as a mob of zombies. Now, I mean, is it more realistic? Probably, because they're different colors, sure. But it's I saw somebody else who did just one color, and I was like, oh, that actually looks clean and good. So now I was thinking what I might do is I might make the different ranks a slightly different color. So like the little guys can stay more purpley. So like at the I think David mentioned, right, I could do like a purple wash. So I might do the little guys with the purple wash, and then maybe make these guys with like a bluish green, or no, which one's the bluish green ones? The middle ones kind of have more of that blue-green color going on. I mean, I could make a blue-green and make them all blue-green. I didn't try that. Should I be trying things while I'm doing it live? Let's try them all. It's up underneath these legs that are giving me fits. I'm just tapping them all again, just make sure I got them all. There's chin, back of the head, back of the back. All right, step one, done. Gotta go. I need to use the cell phone for ambiance for visitors over here. Good luck. Good night. Yep, appreciate it, Ricardo. Thanks for coming out. You have a second zombicide. You could open that and paint the mobs a single color. So, well, that zombicide's different. I'm from Black Plague. So I saw somebody. I just can't find it. Like I was trying to find it for somebody else because somebody else asked the same thing, David. They were like, would a wash type technique work good on like the zombies and stuff if you don't know what you're doing? And so I remembered somebody did do that. They made the regular walkers like a black and gray kind of washed look, and then they made the runners were, I think, like yellowish color, and then maybe the fatties or brutes or tanks or whatever you want to call them based on the game you're playing. They made them more of a red orange, so kind of as they accelerated. Choose your set of painted you like most and give the other way. Oh yeah. No, if I had another Black Plague, yeah, I could buy another base set Black Plague and do it. All right, so the tongue. The tongue is like a purpley pink, which would really probably be this, but I'm thinking that's my Warlock purple. I feel is gonna be too bright of a purpley pink. Is that a bad thing? Maybe not. Or should I go a little bit darker? Orc blood. You can do orc blood. Worst case scenario, I can paint over it. Again, can always paint over it. Although I should probably do this after I do the dry brush, because otherwise I'm going to get it all over the all over them. All right, so now we're going to do our dry brush technique. Again, the question is, do I want to add some prismatic bolt? Maybe we'll do the blue, because I'm looking at this, right? And it's kind of got the green on top of the blue. So let's do the blue, and then maybe we'll do some of that on top. Should be my darkest blue. Is it? Uh-oh. Yes. So which one did I use? It was the Cloudburst. So this particular stuff, this fairy dust, it actually lightens things up. So it makes it a little bit more pastel. So you want to use as dark of a color as you can. To not to say prevent that, because you're not going to prevent it. But you want to use the darkest color you can, because it is going to lighten up. You're going to do something like this. So, my ratio was 2 drops, 2 drops, 4 drops. I'm debating if I want to do 2, 2, 6. If you offer to exchange your painted Black Pig minis for an unpainted set, then you can paint the new ones the single color. Yeah, Dave, that was what? 60-something minis in 5 hours? That's an entire another painting stream. That's my only other problem with it, right? I could paint another set of pretty much any game I have, but again, that's another set I have to paint of the same game I've already painted, instead of playing it or painting the rest of the stuff that I have. So, all right, so we need 2 drops of this. Oh, let's shake it first, Will. I gotta figure out where this chair squeaks, and I need to oil it with some WD-40. Yeah, you don't want to be out shipping. Yeah. Yeah. No, it doesn't bother me that much. So the last set, because I had, what did I have? I had like 10 or 12 more minis I didn't get done, right, of the 70. So those I did all gray. I did all tan. So the majority of them are the more tan color. You just have a couple that are more red, green. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So 2 drops of this. 1, 2. 2 drops of that. 2 drops of the blue. Currently has goop on the top of it. 1, 2. And I'm going to do it. I was debating if I wanted to or not. I'm going to go ahead and go. I did 4. I'm going to do 6 drops to thin it just a little bit more to make it more glazed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, it kind of went 7. So actually, it's very possible last time I had 5 or 6 drops anyways. All right, so this is what we've done. And then, like I said, as I mix this together, you can see it changed, it shifted because of that paint. So what we're going to do is selectively kind of highlight a couple spots on him. That's it. I'm not going to do a full paint like it was on the one guy. Although I don't really see the purple's the only problem. I'm not really getting a lot of purple from these guys right now. I may have to do, I may be doing exactly what David said. Well, these guys I said I probably wanted some purple on. The other ones maybe not so much. So I might be making a small batch of the purple just to dab a couple spots. I also believe that the purple was probably still a little bit wet when I was doing this last night. If I think about it. Alright, and then same thing with these guys. So for them, I do want their entire head. I'm going to do their entire head. So fast, he's not even using a cup to hold the minis. Yeah, that's like, this is just so quick. It's like, yeah, the putting it on the cup is kind of would hinder me. Hard part is keeping this smooth on the head. I guess to a small degree, and Ricardo was asking about like making them different, but you know, they're organic creatures, so technically, as I'm doing this and where the paint lands is going to be different on each one. I was thinking I could knock these out pretty quick. I was thinking I could. Flesh golems are organic. Organic. And one more. Fourth verse, same as the first, and the second, and the third. All right. Working phase creatures are more organic. At least they're not moronic. There's a couple more little highlights on these little guys. Actually, I think I'm going to do the teeth in this blue. Although I'm doing the teeth in the blue, and then it's probably going to get covered up by pink later, but... All right. That's that. Let's go ahead and get us some purple made up. But I already have some purple. Is that purple still alive is the question. Yeah, it's still alive. It's still good. All right, so we'll do a half batch, so because I don't need that much. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. 4 was too much. 4 was too much. Maybe not. And 1 drop of that. All right, so. All right, so the bigger guys really don't have, they got purple on the back of their heads. Ooh. It's not as purple as I want it to, or it's not as rich as I want it to be. Last one. Guess what I can do, of course, at the very end, and again, I don't know how this is going to work because did not test this. I don't know how wash would go over top of this. All right. Pink plus pearl for the tongues. Yeah, that would probably give it like a wet look, right? Or what do I got? I have this. I have Zephyr Pink. I've never used it. Don't even need to make it. We already have it. Let me shake it up a little bit to get it ready, but yeah, don't even need to do that for this one. And I forgot for the glowing for the mouths, I have this Azure Magic. I kind of already got that too. Or Elven Armor. I don't know which one's going to be better. So I got a whole set of these metallics, and I'm like, when are you going to use all these random colors? Today. Today is when you're going to use all these random colors. I even have like night scales. Like I didn't even think about this, but this is basically black. It's a metallic black. Could have used that as the base coat too. You live and you learn. So let's get this shaken up. All right, so next I want to do, I probably should have started doing this before I let that dry. I'm going to try to do this green look. Oops, a little bit. But this is going to lighten up, which is a problem. So let's do 3 drops of this. 1 drop of the pearl. And 6 drops of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want this to really be really thin. Really, really, really thin. Again, the hard part is keeping this smooth, or making it look smooth. Purple's really not standing out like I wanted it to. That's who I'm supposed to be painting. No dulling wash. I think it would ruin the glitter. Yeah, yeah. Probably. So, the problem is I can't really see it when one is armor bits. Try this. Probably just needs a second coat, to be honest. And when I was looking up the color shift paint, that was something else. A lot of them said you needed to do multiple coats to really get the shift effect, right? A nice deep shift effect. So I'm just gonna chalk this up to being the same thing. Don't let anybody ever tell me I don't try new things. I think that's like a lot of paint, like a lot of people that are starting to paint for the first time, they don't want to experiment and try things. And even me, I'm kind of afraid of doing things sometimes. Like I wanted to take the bases off of all these guys and put like a, a more appropriate base, a textured base. And I'm just kind of afraid to do that because I don't want to mess up the MIDI in any way. But paint, even though I'm sometimes afraid to try something on one of them, I mean, you can, like I said, you can just strip the paint off and go again. And honestly, depending on what you did, you might not even need to strip the paint off. Stay. Let's look at their heads. I'm debating if I want to do some purple and then try to blend it quickly, because there's a hard line here between where the two were. And I'm not getting that purple anymore. Let's do 1, 2, 3 black, or 3 of the purple. One of that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want it to be almost a wash consistency. Yeah, it's better. It's dark. It's darker. Yeah. It's darker, but it still has that pearlescence we want. Okay. Now, quick enough. All right, let's see what we got. For the alien heads, I wonder if you could get blue front, green middle, purple rear with the little overlap zones. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to do there. What I'm trying to do is, like, if I start noticing it not blending, I'm taking more of the paint off. Because then I have less paint and it should blend better. These are my practice guys. Get this down, and then the other guys are going to be easy. Question is, am I going to remember how to do this, or am I going to be rewatching my own video to learn how to do this again? I think those look pretty good. Now the question is, are we sticking with the metallic? Everything's going to be metallic. So that's something that I wasn't, not to say wasn't aware of, but with the Aliens movie, right? I wasn't aware that I mean, I guess I remembered as I saw this, somebody was doing a painting tutorial, and they were like, in the movie, right, the alien had like metallic-y like teeth, right? And then, you know, all the bits and everything were kind of more shiny metallic-y. You don't think about that. Okay, while I have this, let me see if I can use it as a wash as well. Do want a little bit more of that blue on these guys, I think. Nope, 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 yes. 1, 2. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably making too much. And that's not as light as it was before. Uh-oh. I don't know where that came from. So it's not as light as it was before, and I wanted to brighten up these tips. So what do I do? What do I do? That was close. That's why you're supposed to have them on the holder. They have these little things on their side. Like fleshy things. So I'm making the fleshy things blue. I need a tiny tip brush for the tongues. Yeah, I won't use. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to use this for the brush, for the tongue, for their tongues, their eyes. Yeah, no, we'll go to the smaller brush. All right. So we wanted to do. I've got my wet palette here, and I haven't had to use it once because you don't want to put metallics on a wet palette. All right. So while these guys are, I guess while these ones are drying, we'll do their tongues. Hey, we're gonna go back to the handle though. Let go! Let go! Look, I was hanging on. Look, I was hanging on. Alright, so. What's really bad, like I made that pearlescent blue. I mean, it's more of a wash. I mean, this is gonna be solid. I think that's too dark for what I want to accomplish. So I am going to try the Azure magic. But this might be too teal. Too Azure. Oh, and I'm doing tongues. I'm doing the tongues, Will. Yeah, that's what we're working with. The back looks really good. Like the way that came out. I like the way that came out. I think that was a good call, David. Having me use that. Paintbrush. Army painter. All right. And should always add a little bit of water, even to metallics. And earlier I was like, oh, let's not do the tongue first because I was going to do more of a dry brush, and then I ended up not doing the dry brush. Now I have to worry about hitting all of the blue, like I've done twice now. Because that's gonna be there's no way to replicate what I did there. So touch up would require basically repainting. So well, let's be a little bit more careful here, buddy. And it might need it's probably gonna need more than one coat too. Tongue juice gets everywhere. Let it stay authentic. Here's a question: is it tongue? Shouldn't it be like acidic? So I saw a couple other people. They did that. They put like that bright green color, that thing I've got, that poisonous cloud. I've seen them put like little drops of that on the bases, right, to make it more like a acidic pool or something. So gameplay-wise, I didn't know what these guys did. They might be a little bit harder than I was expecting them to be. But these guys have no attack. Because they basically just explode, deal 1 damage to you, and then turn into the other guy. So that's not good. Yeah, probably gonna need 2 coats. That is, well, 2 coats, or I don't know, maybe if I do a red wash to this. I don't think I will, though. I think ping seems pretty strong to you. Yeah, so it is strong. I'll say it is strong, but like up close, I can see the gray still through it. Like it's not fully covering, if that makes sense. So like you can still see the gray through it. It's kind of like when I do gold metallics. You can always kind of see through whatever was underneath whenever you do gold. Always have to do a second coat of gold just to cover up the primer. Which is why probably a better idea would have been to paint these first and then do the metallic. To a small degree, it does act kind of like a shadow, I guess. Hmm. Where's that first woman I painted? This is your test, right? Gray streaks in the tongue just give tongue texture. Yeah. Yeah, not a fan. Unfortunately. Agree with you, David. Unfortunately, looking at it in person, not a fan. We're gonna... So I thin this down to more of a, I'd say a wash, but a lot thinner, because metallic paints are thick and chunky. I want thick and chunky on a tongue. Alright, we got some Tiefers. Look like little eldritch pacifiers. Huh. They're face huggers. So I was so I don't know Invader, like if Invader at some point was gonna be like a I actually don't know if Invader came out before Cthulhu Death May Die or Cthulhu Death May Die. I don't know the order. But looking at the Xenos in the first box, they're all a bunch of tentacle Xenos, right? They have like tentacle mouth things going on. So I'm kind of like, what was you guys' plan for these? All right. I don't know what color this is because I've never used it. So I'm going to take a little bit, put it on the lid just to see. Sometimes in the bottle, I don't think that's bright enough, and I think that's going to be too bright, but I guess we'll go with it. We'll see what happens with these little guys. So this is for their eyes and their tongues. And we're going to need an even smaller brush. I'm going tiny, tiny this time. That's actually not bad timing. That's 2 hours, and I've gotten all these guys done. Some water in there. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's not going to work. It's weird. The eyes kind of have the same texture as the head socket things. And on the queen, even that's glowing. So now I'm thinking I need to paint these things too. Where's the other guy? Or not the queen, the guards. Yeah, I think these need to glow too. Don't know about on the legs, though. No. Alright, can we get inside the mouth? No pear, pearl. I could eat a pear. I could eat a pear. Pears. Now, if you mean this is already it's supposed to already be a metallic. right. Next. Oh, that's what you're asking? Okay. Yeah, yeah, these ones are, yeah, it's like a metallic teal, I guess. It's supposed to, I guess, already give you that glowing effect, right? I think it was prismatic is what it was. So it's supposed to be like a prismatic bolt magical spell color. All right, last one. That's what we got. I think I transitioned pretty good. Like, kind of, you can get the green, you can get the purple on them. I think some of them are slightly better than others. I think those little guys look good. There's really not much to them. I mean, that's it. I mean, there's like no, you know, unless I wanted to try to do these random and crazy highlights, which I never do. So those guys are done. I guess we're moving on to actual painting. You know, for the last hour and a half, this has not been actual painting. We're going to move on to actual painting. So this all goes away. Yeah, because we're going to save these guys for another painting session. I just need to remember how I just did everything I just did. Because unfortunately, I have to get these two guys painted. They are required for the mission. Now, they don't have much to them either. I mean, they got a jumpsuit. They got whatever color flesh this is. Baby puke green. Actually, more of a baby puke yellow green. Do I have baby puke yellow green? I don't think I do. Don't think I have baby puke yellow green for their head. All right. And then they got these little bluish gray jumpsuit things. I got all these colors, and none of them are the color that I want. Oh, I hate mixing. That's why I have so many colors. All right, so I got to make that color. How do I make that color? It's like wolf gray, but a little bit of green in it. I'm sure I don't have gray green. Dark stone, uniform gray. Worm venom. That's your skin color? I think that's gonna be too dark. Alright, we're gonna have to make it. Dang it. Not what I wanted. Let's see here. My sombre. I like my sombre. My sombre is usually a good starting point. Then I need to add a little bit of like teal to it. Maybe. Okay, a drop of this. Here we go. Queen time? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm catching up to you, David. Nah, like I said, I don't need him for the first scenario. Actually, I don't need the queen till the last scenario, but I would probably paint her when I paint the other two guys. And for the first scenario, I have to have 2 sets of the red guys. So I already did those 4, and then this is the second one. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to have 3 sets of red guys. And the aliens only come with 2, because then the next guy is a purple guy. I think I do need him in the second scenario, I think. So basically the next paint session will be what's left, and then I could probably paint something else while I'm at it. Because there is an officer of him too. Very unthematic though, unfortunately. My other option, and I debated, was there is another little like tiny guy like this, that's got 1 eye. But he goes with like all the 1 eye guys. So I didn't do him. I'm looking over at my flesh tones. I do have a greenish flesh tone. Oh, it's the necrotic flesh, which we already know what that is because that's the color of the zombies. That's not gonna work. Ooh, I forgot I had this gunmetal blue. I forget half the colors I have. I got too many. It's a yellow green. Yeah, they're more of a yellow green. Yeah. I'm doing the jumpsuit. I'm doing the bottom. I'm doing the underside first. I'm going to do their jumpsuits first. Which is fun because I get to do orange on that. The gun is going to take me longer than anything. Look, the gun's got like 4 colors on it. Stupid gun. So I'm trying to figure out their jumpsuit color. I almost feel like this is going to be too dark. I feel like this is going to be too dark. Even if I add this in there, I feel like it's going to be too dark. So I feel like I need to go lighter. Toxic mist to lighten it up? Don't know. Problem is I need quite a bit of it too, because I got 2 of these guys. I have no clue what my ratio is. No clue. Banana slug, yeah. Goobly. He's goobly, and I think the other one's gobbly or something. It's goobly and gobbly or goomby, something. So there's a third one, but yeah, he's there's only 1 of him, and there's 2 of these guys. All right. It's not quite 50-50. Let's see what happens. What happens is it didn't get green enough. Not green enough. Yeah. What's bad is I think this wizard orb is almost the color I need. Again, that's probably not the color. So now I probably just wasted a whole bunch of paint. Think they'd have googly eyes. Yeah. But he's googly eyes, not googly eyes. Oh, there are the, I was like, where in the world are the ball bearings in this thing? Okay. That's an arm workout. So we're going to put you off to the side. No, you do need some gray in you. All right, so we're going to start with that and add gray until we get the color I want. So we already have some gray on our print brush. So let's just mix that amount in. Oh, get some more in there. There we go. I destroyed my wet palette to get that, though. All right. See how this works. And then I forgot I'm putting it one gray. I may have overdone it. I haven't watched The Fifth Element in a while. Painting these guys now makes me want to. And of course, they do have Lilu in it. She's one of the figures, and because I pre-painted the characters, right, the heroes that we're going to use, and of course aliens win, and I didn't paint Ripley, so we don't have Ripley. Oh, he's got white gloves. It's like, is it his hand or is it a glove? It is a glove. One down. And his brother. Use the last of the blue pearl mix on the suit. No, that wouldn't look right. No, this was a concocted color. A hot mess on my wet palette right now. I said the only reason I don't like mixing colors is because of that dry time, right? That if it dries out or I don't make enough, getting the exact ratio again is impossible. So then you're basically, if you have to do any touch up, you're going to have to repaint the whole mini. I don't know if they're wearing shoes. They kind of look weird. Like their feet look weird. We'll stop swinging that paintbrush like that. You're going to hit your aliens, and I do not want to do their heads over. Do not want to do you guys over. I like how they came out. They're looking good over there. Just thought it would give a nylon high-tech fabric. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Could have. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Maybe. Probably not. Don't know. All right, so unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to mix a color. Because I have this commando green, which is a bright green, but it doesn't have enough yellow in it. And I have this Citadel color. Same thing, I just think that's too dark. So even if I go this, I gotta lighten it up. And then combat fatigues actually will work for the gun, maybe. All right, so I want it to be more putrid. So probably a touch of khaki into the brighter one. Let's make a small batch of this. Let's do. I'm gonna do one drop, and we'll see what happens. See if it gets my color. Although one drop might not even be enough to do. Oh, this is the. Maybe I do need to go with the Citadel paint because I forgot this is that bad Army Painter paint. I should really reach out to Army Painter and see if they want to send me some paints. Do I have a purple wash? I'm looking at those tongues, and I kind of want to be more purpley. I don't think I have a purple wash. Got blue. Got red. Got flesh. Sepia. Black. I have to make some. Oh, I kind of have some with the pearlescent. Probably a bad decision. Well, don't do this. So let's just dilute it down more. And some more water. Dilute down more. I might have thinned it down too much, but what you gonna do? That helps with that gray too, though. Putting the little purple wash on it. Probably didn't need to do that. I don't know if it made that big of a difference. Then the Purple Pro, and you already have... Yeah. Great minds think alike. Sometimes you're ahead of me, though, David, because I think your minds are greater than mine sometimes. Mine just goes to La La Land a lot of times. All right, so we're going to do one... Is that even a drop? We'll do 2 drops, because that first one didn't feel like a drop. So we do a 50-50 of this and see what happens. One, two. Oh. 2.5. Well, that's a lot brighter than it should be because I don't think it's mixed like it should be. Which may benefit me or may not. How about them apples? I don't know if it needs a little bit more yellow or not, but we're gonna put this on as a first coat, and we'll come back and figure it out later. Too much water in the bristles. Keep getting water in the bristles, which is bad because now, or bubbles. So now I'm having to wipe it off, and that's less of this that I have. Oh, top of the screen. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I must not have the camera right again tonight. I've got it marked on my, so I have a C stand, and I have the bar marked where I'm supposed to have the camera. Sometimes it feels like it's either too low or too high. Problem is I made this and I think I'm going to end up needing 2 coats. I don't know if I made enough. Although it should be 50-50. All right, one down. Just remember, for orc number 3, they can have slightly different skin tones, and that's okay. Oh yeah, for the other dude, I gotta do. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the only thing is, like, at least by filming this, I have my colors for posterity purposes. I don't think that's the right word to use, but I was looking at remember when I had to paint Storm, Mohawk Storm. It was that same thing. I'm like, what color did I use? And I was like, I thought it was this color, thought it was that color. Ended up using a color I found when I was watching my Black Panther painting, because I know I painted Shuri and Okaye, and it turned out that was not the color I wanted. When I actually went back and looked at Storm sitting on the shelf. I had to go back and figure out what that was so I could match it up. I'm not a fan of their heads, because their heads have all these little dots in them, like these little crevices. And the problem with the crevices is it's making me think the paint isn't smooth, which to a small degree it's not. It's making me think it's worse than it really is. All right. That's some icky color for posterity. Hey, but you gotta admit, I got like really close. I mean, maybe a little bit more of the yellow, you know, or like I don't know, a little bit of that, more of that. Would that darken it, make it more this greenish, but or the yellowish brownish? But I think I got pretty close. We will see. We're gonna have to probably do a second coat anyways. All right, so I guess start working on that stupid gun. Also, gotta do their mouth, and that's gonna take a couple coats. So let's go ahead and slap some pink in there now. They're cartoony pink, and it's kind of got me wondering if I should really go cartoony pink or slightly less squid pink. Squid pink. Why not? I mean, you know, if I really wanted to be lazy, right, with the gun, just paint it black. Call it a day. That's the thing, is like, this is one color. That's another color. The barrel is a color. The rocket's a color. It's got this little dial on it, which is like 3 different colors. Oh, and the dial's on the other side, too. I was like, oh, you know, I got done the first guys, you know, really quick, and I'll go into these guys, and maybe I'll knock them out, and I'll be able to get to my heroes. I don't think so. Probably not. So I knew this was going to take more than one coat, because this is not only is it pink, but it's the air paint. The air is already a little thinner, which is nice. It makes it, you know, if you want to do thin coats, it's a lot easier to do thin coats with pre-thinned. So, yeah. Yeah, depending on what time it is, probably will be, because like I said, I gotta get up early for the zoo. I mean, I wanted to get these two painted just because they look cool, but I doubt that's gonna happen. What time is it? 11. I could go maybe to 1. I don't think I'm gonna go all the way to 2. Not even close. So we'll see. We'll see how quickly I can get these 2 guys knocked out. Luckily, it's 2 of the same guy, so you're just I'm doing the same thing each time, so it kind of, you get that muscle memory going on. I've never used this paint, so I guarantee you this is not gonna come out well, if at all. Oh, wow. That was horrible. So, you want to see what just happened? So people always talk about the problem with Citadel paints and tipping over your bottle. This is the problem with your droppers. That just shot across the palette. How much of that can I get back inside of the bottle? I don't need that much. It's just 2 guns, Will. You didn't need that much. Look how thick that is. It's crazy. At least it's thick, and I think that's the problem with the old school Army Painter paints, is it just ran that gambit of either too thick or too thin. Like, there was no, like, happy medium. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Let's do that again, Will. The pink pearl. I think that, yeah, that'd be too much for those guys, for their mouths. I think on the Xenos it kind of works, so I'm going with that alien metallic-y look. But yeah, I think on those guys it'd be a little too much. But you're right. I've talked about that before about using. Woo! There we go. Using what you have to paint versus getting new paints if you can help it to save time and save effort. All right, so I now have a lot of that paint. So hopefully I have enough because I don't want to deal with that again. My basing brush is completely filled with that paint. Well, I probably do need to add some drops of water to it. That stuff's thick, buddy. Taking you down a bit. Honestly, considering this paintbrush now has it all over it. I don't even know why I put them on the. I mean, it's kind of easier to hold them on it. Not really. Yeah, I keep doing. I don't know why I keep going up over there. As I'm painting, no idea. I blame the camera earlier, but that one there was completely my fault because I already saw myself do it once and I moved down, and then I went and just did it again. All right, now we're gonna need a smaller brush to get around the edges. I'm not playing with the big brush. Pearl makes things wet. Usually, yes. This pearl makes things more glittery. Well, because this isn't pearl, I guess is technically the issue. If I had, I think there is a company that makes one that's pearlescent. It's called pearlescent. And you can just, it's a clear, and you can put it over pretty much anything, and it gives it that pearl coat. It's more of an overcoat. And I found actually on Amazon, I did find a pearl like paint. It wasn't a glaze. They called it a glaze. but it was more for like painting, like painting, not mini painting. And sometimes those non-mini painting paints don't work very well on minis. It's like hit or miss. My wet palette is a total mess now. I guess it's a good thing. I wasn't going to replace the paper from the last painting session, and then I opened it and I was like, well, I don't have much room on here. I'm like, I don't have any colors I'm going to be doing tonight, so maybe I'll use it. But good thing I did switch it out, because just these last two colors alone have made a total pigsty. I'll say pigsty of my wet palette. And so I guess one other thing that I don't have, David, and I was thinking about is, for glossy effects, I don't actually have any gloss varnish, right? So like if I wanted to make a tongue stay looking wet, or something, especially with like aliens, like an alien or something, I don't have a way to do that. I probably need to pick up a small bottle of gloss varnish. That way after I do my matte varnish, if I really want something to have that glossy wet look, I still can. Like I have a blood effects paint and it has that, glossy finish because it's supposed to look like blood. That's probably the closest thing I got to a gloss. I just whacked his knee. I think I said I'm probably gonna have to do a second coat of their suit. One part is I gotta make all that black, and I did this first. I will never learn. So I guess with that said, let's get the black. I gotta do their eyes black anyways. Which this one. I'm gonna need another coat of this anyway, so if I get black on it, no harm, no foul. Do I go straight black or do I do necromantic cloak? I think black. I want it to be black. Let's go with this one. Although I'm running out of spots on my wet palette now, because, explosion! No, I can't do their eyes. I gotta do the second coat on their heads. Dang it. All right. Head needs extra coat. Yeah, and again, I think what it is the I keep adjusting. So I keep adjusting the ISO. I bounce between 400 and 500, right? When I use the zoom, and sometimes I think it makes everything a little bit too bright. So that brightness, I think, dulls out the fact that that I can see the gray, right? Like it kind of washes that out. Still some of that green down in there. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know if his eyes are dry yet, so we're not gonna do that. And then I need to do a second coat on his. Do I need to do a second coat on the jumpsuit? Probably not, because it started gray and I put a blue gray over top of it. no clue what that pouch, what color that pouch is supposed to be. Can't see it. Okay, the elbow pads are orange. He's got a black stripe on his white glove. Should have done the white glove. Yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing that stripe goes all the way around. I'm guessing that's supposed to be orange too. And this has got a strap going around his leg. Just make it black. I was agreeing with you that the heads needed more. Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's see here. So now the zipper doesn't go all the way. It actually stops. Well, I was finally able to see it. It actually stops, and I don't know what color that should be. A little strap thing. Like here, looks like he's got some on the bottom of his wrist too. It doesn't have it here. Or I just leave it alone. Not sure. Although, I mean, if the patches on his knees are black, maybe it's supposed to be black? Probably do his eyes now. Jinxed myself. There's still some green that was not dry. Your big googly eyes, how are they giving me trouble? The circle on the back should be orange. Yeah, the circle on the back. It's more the stripe I was debating what I wanted to do with. So he's got this stripe that goes down and then goes under. I just don't know what to do with that stripe. And all the other stuff, like his knees and all that stuff, are black. So I'm wondering if it should just be a black stripe. Could do orange. I mean, it'd stand out more. That wasn't smart, Will. I got him. Gonna have to paint his head again. It's making it worse. How are these eyes giving me so much trouble? Jeez, that was... I don't know why. Those eyes should not have given me that much trouble. See if we can do it again. Don't lose the brush. There we go. I got that one. And his upper kneecap. I remember. I remember in the movie that the guns were matte, like the inside was like a really matte black for some reason. It's like I keep thinking it was a really matte black. Don't go outside there because that's gonna be a pain to cover up with orange. I gotta fix it. Need to do another coat of pink on my tongues. Bigger brush, any brush, this brush. Alright, so I need to do the white glove. It's weird, he has a white glove. Although I guess I'd do that after. Well, I gotta do black and orange over that too. Let's get that stupid purple and red out of the way. Honestly, now I'm looking at it, I think this whole inside of the gun was purple. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, well. I'm good with just the tip of it being all purple. More of a pink. The purple pull from earlier. Oh, inside the gun. Yeah, it'd make it purplier, more purplier. Alright. Problems I need white, but the tongue's not pink enough yet. Because it's, you know, pink. So let me try Pixie Pink. See if that covers slightly better than this other one. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That was what I was going to go with originally, was this color pink. And I didn't. I went with the lighter pink. Lighter pink did not want to color pink. Alright. Now we can do our white, because we're going to do our white, so then we can do the orange and the black over the white. I don't want white white. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Second verse, same as the first. Thought I did a good enough job of like slamming the pink in there in his whole mouth, but the underside is not pink. All right, and then we need to do his glove. White glove feels really out of place compared to everything else. I mean, technically, I guess he does have another white glove one under the gun. We just can't see it. Yeah, Michael Jackson person. I was actually in my back of my mind. I'm thinking, he must shop the same place Michael Jackson does. Yeah, they only sell one glove. Well, it's like they say, right? We've been sending deep space messages out into space for like ever, right? So it's like if an alien race came and got us because of the amount of time it would take for our signal to have reached them, it's like they always, joke that okay, the latest music they would have heard, was I guess Michael Jackson, right? So that's the music I like. But again, I could paint the stripe on back there white. I just don't know what color to make that. Really don't. I shouldn't let it bother me so much. Got a little pink on these teeth. All right, let's get your brother over here. We'll figure it out. Shouldn't let it bother you so much. But it does. It should be a color. I don't know what color. Again, I could go look it up. I just haven't done that yet. I let it bother me instead of just like taking 5 minutes to look it up. Or 5 seconds? 5 minutes? I don't know how long it would take me to look it up. Sometimes I find the picture like right away. Others, not so much. All right, teeth. Big old white teeth. Probably shouldn't have done them so white. Because they're more like a bone white there. Meh. All right. Lots of orange. Lots of orange. So, I don't think I want to go orange. I mean, I could go orange, but that orange is a pain to cover up. I think I'm going to go with my flirty brown. All right. Yeah, let's go with Flirty Brown. Worst case, I do the Flirty Brown. I don't think it's orange enough, and then I can put orange over the Flirty Brown. Circles are high vis orange because you really want to know where to connect the hoses on your spacesuit. These guys aren't the brightest. Not necessarily. Below screen. Oh, was I? Yeah, I flipped it down. Yeah, it's because I'm trying to get this tiny little spot around his arm pad. Then again, he doesn't have one on this arm, so it's like. Get a little bit of water here. Starting to dry up. I can have my fan off this time. Remember to turn my fan off so my wet palette doesn't dry out. Again, live in Florida, so my wet palette shouldn't dry out. But it does. Alright, how do I get down here? Very carefully. All right. Well, all of his orange, except for whether or not I want to do that stripe. I feel like I want to do the stripe in orange now. I think orange would be a fine color for that stripe. And white would have probably looked good too. White was my other contemplation because of this glove. I'm like, well, let's make something else white. I think the yellow worked fine. I said yellow, orange, yellow, yellow, orange. All right. Now your brother. Daryl and your other brother, Daryl. All right. There's supposed to be orange on his glove, but I just don't see it, so I'm not messing with it. What did I hit? Whack something. Oh, right there. As bad as I thought. That's right, I gotta do camouflage on that anyways. Alright. Oh, it's tiny. It's like it's more taxing to do this than the rest because your muscles have to tense. They're kind of tensed up to keep it accurate. Like, this will wear you out. All right, so red. No, sorry, I gotta do camo. A dark green camo on the gun. Orc skin or green elf? Let's go with orc skin. There we go. There we go. There are those ball bearings. I mentioned this when I did the other ones too. These are some of the older CMON minis. We did a much better job of like adding your detail of where like different things are. So this is actually etched into the mini. You don't have to do the, oh, I'm going to randomly make camouflage where I think camouflage should be. We did it for you. Because I think, yeah, when I did Killmonger's pants, I just had to like slap some dots here and there and hope it looked like camouflage. Alright. And your brother. Oh geez, I got a white. Didn't even know I did that. Somehow I got white right across the bottom of the gun in this one. Not sure how. I'll make these green too. All right. All right. Yours didn't turn out as pretty. Dang it. As I said earlier, that's the problem with holding the mini. Alright, so it was something else. I forget what it was. Yeah, there's black. I'll put it on this little zipper thing. Whatever this thing is. All right. I fixed this guy's thing earlier from his eyes. He had crazy eyes. Getting very... That's better. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with this side. The other side was the one I had a problem with. Alright, so red dots, red there, red eye dots. Lots of red. And it's a very bright red. You just go pure red. Fortunately, it's Army Painter. Have Scarlet Red. Let's try that. Let's try Scarlet Red. Is that all I got left? I think that might be it. Don't need much. Need a tinier brush for the rest of it, so let's get this other guy's rocket. And go to the tiny brush. Tiny. Right. Yeah. Got soap brush. No bueno. I have to see if I'm going to need another. Oh, that sucked. Luckily, it was mostly the base. A little bit on the sleeve. Oops, I got to do his elbow pad. Oh, I said mostly, but then it rolled into the purple. So then just got rid of all that I just did. Yep, I have to redo all that now. Dang it. I'm gonna have to completely redo him. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh. Yeah. Let's not do that again. Let's touch you up now. Fix everything that we just screwed up. First thing I gotta do is your elbow pad while I'm remembering to do your elbow pad. And the jumpsuit. Don't drop your mini and paint. You're going to be repainting everything you already painted. Right. The gun. Luckily, because of the camouflage, this really doesn't hurt it too much here. Black. It's more the circle that I had done in orange. I gotta redo it in black and orange and red all over again. I got kaleidoscope that good. Got purple. I got black on the green, and then I got purple on the black. Just the bottom. All right. Almost back to where we were. Alright. Catching up. One orc is missing red inside the barrel gun. Yeah, it's the one that I dropped, so yeah, gonna have to. As I was doing all the other touch up, I knew I was gonna have to do that. But thanks for reminding me, because I probably would have forgotten again. Probably would have forgotten again after fixing all the screw ups. I say screw ups. It's not screw ups. I dropped the mini. All right. I think that's everything. Huh. That's weird. They didn't put that slot on both sides. Alright. I think that's it. So there is like a separation on his feet too. You know, kind of like, do I even mess with that? Because I'll end up coloring the base and it'll mess it up. Probably not. I think that's it. I think we are good. Now we just need to do the base color. For all of them. All of them are this red. So I've got a bunch of burgundies. I just don't know which... How dark of a burgundy do I want to go? So that's chaotic red, which, you know, pretty dark. Now that would be to make it slightly brighter red with just a heavy red, which means it would actually look like red. Of course, you gotta love the color difference, right? Because I don't know. I don't know if I'll do this or if I want to do that darker red, burgundy. I want to do the burgundy. I don't think I want to do them red. So crusted sore or 100% color match to chaotic red. And I'm kind of out of room on my wet palette. Come on. Really don't need this on a wet palette. I'm just doing bases. Sploosh some there. Basing brush. Well, I haven't made that one dirty all night. I guess I shouldn't do that one. All right. So we got. Right now that I'm thinking about it, when I'm doing these ones this color, it actually makes more sense because there's that one, like I said, that one other guy who's the same as them, but he's an officer. He's going to need 2 coats. Easier to tell who's who on the board. Yep, it's going to need 2 coats. And then he's not the only one. In the Build a Robot expansion, there's I think another robot. I think one is purple, one is red. Actually, I think there's 3 robots. I think there's purple, a red, and 2 reds, actually. The reds, I think there's a ranged and there's a melee. All right. These are fun. And like I said, I'm probably gonna have to do a couple coats, so that's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna try one of these guys. Should not be picking things up on and off with the paintbrush in my hand. I don't know what I'm thinking. Right, these guys are easy. I'm not gonna knock these four little guys out first. Alright, it's all four of those. Now these guys, which were the first one was a pain, so it's gonna probably continue to be a pain. All right, so last one. And And then I gotta probably do a second coat. Although I'll be able to water it down and not have to do it as thick. More of a touch-up coat. Alright. That's all those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Second coat on these. Get some more water in there. Yeah, so all these are burgundy level. Yeah, so these are the first scenarios, I think, in all of them. You just do 3 burgundy baddies. And again, the more expansions and stuff, right, the more you can mix and match. If you don't have expansions, then you're kind of, you know, stuck with the same. I won't say with the same, because like there's a, I don't know, I just call them the octopus guys, the one-eyed guys, and then there's like this. I don't know what the little pink guy is, because he really isn't an octopus guy, but he does match one of the officers, so I'm guessing it's the smaller version of that particular alien race. But yeah, so if you have any of the expansions and the Kickstarters and all that, right, then you're going to have a lot more to choose from. So you can either choose, you know, what's thematically fits the box. So, you know, when you don't build a robot, you go up against a whole bunch of robots. You do Zenith, you go against a whole bunch of Xenos. The problem was, and this is unfortunate, is that they didn't design the expansions to be played without needing at least something from the core box. So, like I said, in the first scenario, you need to have 3 of the burgundy, like you said. And they didn't give you 3 burgundy Zeniths or Xenomorphs, right? So you have to use a one from the core box, or in my case, it's a stretch goal. It's one of the freebie stretch goal guys. So that's kind of the other reason why when I was debating, I was like, well, do I want to grab the little one-eye guy, because at least he looks like a little squid-like guy, like like maybe another version of the Xenomorph evolution. All right. 2 more to go. And the last guy. so it took me about one. It's about what I thought. All right, let me see if this is still usable for the little guy's guns. It might not be. Maybe. Maybe. Alrighty. Yeah, Big Mama's gonna be fun. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna be doing a 4-player playthrough. Or a 4-character playthrough. Kind of want to play with these two, though. I could paint them offline. I've said that before. I'll determine that later. So, you got something on your head. Probably when I dropped you in the paint. All right, so we're gonna see what we got. What do we do? What do we do? All right. So 2 of these guys. Yeah, I think the orange stripe was a good decision because that would have just looked weird to me with I think probably any other color, and it kind of complements that button being back there. I mean, I could have done black. Black probably would have looked fine. White was my other alternative that I was going to try. Then we got our little face huggers. So we got 4 of these guys. But yeah, I like the way I got that iridescent came out really good. So now that's going to probably reduce a little when I put the matte varnish on it, which is fine. But I mean, I've used metallics and used a matte varnish and it doesn't dull it down too much. If it does, I guess I'll figure out what to do then. I want to grab guys that don't feel wet. And then we have these guys. I can't really see their mouths anyway, so I was debating, is that enough? But you can't really see their mouths, their position they're in anyways. So I think I'm fine with that. But yeah, same thing. They kind of have that pearlescent tops on them. I like them. Good to go. And then from last time, of course, we have at least the 4 heroes we currently have painted. So we have Blue, we have Piccolo, we have our Tron guy, we have Melvin, who is not as smooth as I want him to be. Unfortunately, I don't have the whiteout, so I'll deal with him later. Deal with him later. Saturday Eve is Zombicide minis. Yes. Where's my webcam? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so tomorrow, must you varnish? Yeah, you should. You should. I mean, it protects the paint and keeping it on there. The other option would be if I wanted a more glossy head, then I could order some paint on varnish and do the... Really, I'd have to buy paint on varnish for matte and glossy, because I would want... the body, I'm not as worried about it being glossy or shiny. But like if you think about the the Alien movie, this is usually a little bit shinier. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I can test it, right? I've got these ones, right? My test mini, so I'll probably varnish these two tomorrow and see how much they lose of the iridescent. I don't think they'll lose much, because like I said, I've used like silver metallic and I've used gold metallic on minis before, and I've varnished them and they don't dull down that much. So I'm not too worried. This burgundy looks a lot darker than I thought. Now I'm looking at the burgundy, I'm like, I should have gone burgundy. That's fine. I'm probably gonna do dark purple anyways. So, and then the boss will be a dark gray, pretty much color that it is already. Yeah. So we are doing. It's varnish, not vanish. Well, no, the pearlescent might vanish. But yeah, we have 80 Xenos. We have 80 Xenos. I think it's 81 including the A-bombs, so technically 79. But most of them, the only thing I have to do is a couple tentacles on their face, and then put a wash, like a blue. I gotta figure out what color I want those, so I do need to do a test mini before the stream tomorrow. So hopefully I get back from the zoo early enough. But yeah, do just a dark blue-gray wash. And I'm actually debating, I'm like, do I even need to do that? Because like, I'm debating if I would just want to take one of those minis right now and just dip him in the dip I made and see how he looks. Like, because they're kind of like a real dark blackish, it's hard to say, they're like a blackish bluish gray color. It's a very weird color that I probably won't be able to replicate in a wash. But I'm wondering if like I dip them in a wash, would that be enough, and then just have to paint the tentacles, right? Just have to do that. The only problem with that is that the wash would be on the tentacles, and then I wouldn't be able to put speed paint right over top. I'd have to like dry brush it back up to white again. So it's probably better to do the wash second. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be really quick compared to the zombies, because the zombies, right, I was having to go through 3 different colors, pick out 3 different colors, make sure different pieces were one of the 3 different colors. This isn't that case. This is just massive batch painting of the same mini over and over and over again. So, yep, that's what we're doing tomorrow. Monday is we'll be back from Marvel United. I might torture myself and do one of the Infinity Gauntlet ones, because I know they're painted. I'm trying to think, do I have anybody else painted? Without doing a rematch, I don't think I have anybody else painted, so it's probably gonna be Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know which one's the easiest, so I'll have to see. Dip once, twice. No, well, no. I mean, because these ones I really probably don't want as much of it on them. What I need to do is buy another container of brown. Oh, dip once, twice shy. I want brown. It has no brown in it, it's just black. So I think what I want to do is pick up some brown wash, Minwax, or stain, and then take half of what I've got and then pour in like another half of brown, like a light brown. See how that comes out. Don't know. yeah, that's it. Otherwise, more streams next week. I doubt anybody's watched this far into the video, but if you have watched this far into the video, more brown meets my approval. What can brown do for you? Like, subscribe, bell notification. Somebody actually left a comment on it was the 70 minis, 70 zombies, and they were like, oh wow, this is great, I wish I could paint like this. I'm like, dude, this isn't even a good paint job. This is just me like slapping some speed paint on, and I'm gonna dip them in a minute. But yeah, subscribe. More live streams, come out and join us. Join David. David could use the company, I could use the company, but we enjoy it. Extra Life, post in the chat. Extra Life, post down below. I highly doubt I'm going to get a Paint Your Minis incentive up anytime soon, but we are calling for charity. So there is a chance that some of the games we're calling are painted. So you could get some painted minis that way. Either way, guys, until next time, it is late. I'm going to go to bed. David's probably going to go to bed. Everybody's going to go to bed. So until next time, peace.